What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the deepest secrets of this world. We're not talking about some government conspiracy or a hidden treasure map. We're diving into a place so deep, so immense, that it defies imagination. Imagine taking the tallest mountain on Earth, Mount Everest, flipping it upside down and dropping it into the ocean. You'd think it would hit the bottom, right? Wrong. In the Mariana Trench, Mount Everest would be completely submerged, and there would still be over a mile of pure, crushing darkness above it. It's the most remote and inaccessible place on our planet, and it holds secrets we're only just beginning to uncover. Scientists, with all their advanced technology, have only managed to explore a tiny fraction of this abyss, maybe 5% at most. The rest, a staggering 95%, is completely shrouded in mystery, a black box at the bottom of our own world. What lurks in that eternal night? What strange phenomena occur under pressure that could crush a tank like a soda can? The possibilities are literally endless, and that's what makes it so terrifying and fascinating. It's a world within our world, governed by rules we don't understand, and home to things we can't even comprehend. This isn't just a video about weird fish. This is a journey into the ultimate unknown. We're peeling back the layers of the deep sea to expose the most mind-bending questions that scientists are still trying to answer. From colossal, prehistoric sharks that might still be hunting in the dark to bizarre, unexplained sounds that echo through the abyss. This is the real-life stuff of nightmares and wonder. In today's video, we'll look at 7 mysteries of the Mariana Trench that might keep you thinking all night. So buckle up, because we are going deep. First up, let's try to wrap our heads around just how insane the Mariana Trench actually is. You're watching this video on your phone or computer, maybe sitting on a couch. Now imagine you're on a commercial airplane, cruising at 35,000 feet. Look out the window. The distance from you to the ground is less than the depth of the Mariana Trench. It's a vertical drop of nearly 7 miles straight down into pitch-black nothingness. Sunlight can't even penetrate the first 3,300 feet of the ocean, so the rest of that journey is in absolute, total darkness. It is an alien world, right here on Earth, but the depth is only half the story. The real killer down there is the pressure. At the bottom of the trench, the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than what we experience at sea level. That's the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of your body. It's a force so immense it can literally compress atoms. If you were somehow teleported to the bottom without protection, you wouldn't just drown, you would be instantly crushed into a pulp in less than a second. Steel submarines designed for deep-sea exploration would crumple like a piece of tinfoil. It's one of the most hostile environments imaginable. So, here's the first mind-blowing mystery. How does anything survive there? Logically, life shouldn't exist. The pressure should destroy any complex biological structure, and the lack of light means no photosynthesis, the foundation of most life on Earth. Yet, when we sent our first probes down, we found that this abyss is teeming with life. Not just simple microbes, but complex organisms, fish and invertebrates that have adapted in ways that seem to defy the laws of physics and biology. They don't just survive, they thrive. These creatures have evolved bizarre and incredible solutions to this crushing problem. Some have flexible, non-existent bones, while others have bodies made of gelatinous material that can withstand the pressure. They've developed unique chemical processes within their cells to prevent them from being squashed. The very existence of life in the Challenger Deep is a testament to nature's incredible and sometimes terrifying ingenuity. It proves that no matter how extreme the environment, life will always find a way, leading us to wonder what else could be hiding in that immense, pressurized darkness. Alright, for our next mystery, we're talking about the stuff of legends, a monster. The Megalodon. This was a prehistoric shark that made the great white look like a goldfish. We're talking about a 60-foot-long apex predator with teeth the size of your hand and a bite force that could crush a car. For millions of years, it dominated the oceans. And then, about 3.6 million years ago, it vanished from the fossil record. Scientists believe it went extinct. But what if it didn't? What if it just went deeper? This is where the story gets really crazy. In the late 1990s, a team of American researchers sent an unmanned, robotic submarine into the Mariana Trench to study its unique geology. This sub was built like a tank, designed to withstand the insane pressure. As it was exploring the abyss, thousands of feet down, the crew on the surface ship suddenly saw the sub start to shake violently on their monitors. Then, they heard a horrifying noise through the hydrophones, a loud, screeching, metallic grinding sound. The sub was being attacked. Something huge and powerful was trying to crush it. The crew frantically tried to bring the submarine back to the surface. When they finally hauled it back on deck, they were horrified by what they saw. The thick, reinforced steel cage around the submarine was bent and mangled, and embedded in the metal were strange, massive bite marks. The most chilling discovery, however, was a single, gigantic tooth left behind in the wreckage. When they analyzed it, they were stunned. It didn't belong to any known living species. Its characteristics were eerily similar to those of the extinct megalodon. This incident sparked a massive debate. Could the megalodon, or a descendant of it, have survived by adapting to the deep sea? The trench offers everything a massive predator would need: immense space, a potential food source of large deep-sea creatures, and complete isolation from the surface world. While most mainstream scientists dismiss the idea, citing the cold temperatures and lack of sufficient food, the evidence from that submarine is hard to ignore. Could the king of all sharks still be ruling the darkest corners of our planet? It's a terrifying thought. If a potential prehistoric monster wasn't strange enough, this next mystery takes a turn into the truly bizarre and almost science fiction. We often think of the ocean floor as a natural landscape of rock, sand, and volcanic vents. But what if we found something down there that looked man-made? Or, even stranger, not man-made at all? In 2011, a Swedish oceanography team was conducting a routine sonar survey of the ocean floor, not even in the trench itself, but in the deep waters nearby. Their goal was to map the seabed. They were not expecting to find anything out of the ordinary. As they passed over a particular area, their advanced side-scan sonar picked up something that made them stop in their tracks. On their screens, a massive, perfectly circular, dome-shaped object appeared, rising from the seabed. It was about 200 feet in diameter, looking almost like a giant mushroom or a disc. It had strange, symmetrical features, including what looked like ramps, stairways, and straight corridors leading into it. It looked completely unnatural, almost architectural. Nothing in nature creates such perfect geometric shapes on that scale. The mystery deepened when their equipment started going haywire. As their ship passed directly over the anomaly, their satellite phones, cameras, and some of the ship's electronic navigation systems suddenly stopped working. As soon as they moved away from the spot, the equipment started functioning perfectly again. It was as if the object was emitting some kind of energy field that interfered with electronics. The team was baffled. They had never seen anything like it in all their years of ocean exploration. The discovery, now known as the Baltic Sea Anomaly, has ignited a firestorm of theories. Some geologists argue it's just a unique but natural rock formation, a glacial deposit shaped by ancient currents. But others aren't so sure. The symmetry and architectural features have led to wilder speculation. Could it be a sunken, ancient monument from a long-lost civilization, like a deep-sea Stonehenge? Or, as some UFO enthusiasts propose, could it be the wreckage of an alien spaceship that crashed into the ocean thousands of years ago? Whatever it is, it's sitting silently in the dark, waiting to be explained. Imagine you're in a soundproof room and suddenly you hear a bizarre 5-part sound that you can't identify. Now, imagine that room is the deepest, most isolated place on Earth. For years, scientists have been dropping hydrophones, basically underwater microphones, into the Mariana Trench to listen to the ambient noise of the deep. In 2014 and 2015, they recorded something that has stumped everyone. It's a complex sound, lasting about 3.5 seconds, that sweeps across an incredible range of frequencies, from a deep moan to a high-pitched metallic finale. Researchers have nicknamed this sound the Western Pacific Bio-Twang. The twang part is because it sounds eerily similar to the boing sound effect from a cartoon. But this is no cartoon. The sound is incredibly complex. It starts with a deep, guttural moan at frequencies as low as 38 Hz, which is at the very bottom of human hearing. Then, it sweeps upward into a high-frequency, metallic screech, peaking at 8,000 Hz. This combination of biological and mechanical sounds is what makes it so unique and, honestly, so hard to identify. The initial theory was that it had to be from a whale. Baleen whales, like minke whales, are known to make complex vocalizations. Some of their calls have a similar metallic twang sound. However, the Mariana Trench sound is different. It's produced year-round, whereas most whale calls are seasonal, tied to mating. Furthermore, the frequency range is far wider than that of any known minke whale call. It just doesn't quite fit. Other theories, like the noise from submarines or geological activity, have also been ruled out because the sound signature is just too weird and biological. So the debate continues to rage. What is making this noise? Is it a new, undiscovered species of whale that lives permanently in the deep, communicating in a way we've never heard before? Or could it be something else entirely? The combination of a low-frequency moan and a high-frequency metallic screech has led some to speculate it could be a massive creature, far larger than any known whale, or perhaps even the sound of some unknown deep-sea technology. For now, the bio-twang remains one of the Trench's most haunting and compelling audio mysteries. Now let's meet some of the actual residents of this deep, dark world. Not every mystery of the Trench is a terrifying monster or an alien spaceship. Some are just incredibly bizarre and wonderful creatures that have found a way to live in this impossible place. First on our list is a creature that looks like it swam straight out of a Disney movie, the Dumbo octopus. It gets its name from the two large ear-like fins that stick out from the sides of its head, which it flaps gracefully to propel itself through the water, just like the flying elephant. This isn't your typical octopus. Living at depths up to 13,000 feet, where the pressure is immense, the Dumbo octopus has a body with almost no hard parts. It's boneless, and its structure is soft and gelatinous, allowing it to withstand the crushing force without being squashed. This squishy body also allows it to squeeze into tiny crevices on the seafloor to hunt for its prey, which includes worms, snails, and other small invertebrates that it swallows whole. It's a surprisingly effective hunter in the total darkness. One of its most amazing abilities is its use of bioluminescence and color change. While it doesn't have ink sacs like its shallow water cousins, ink would be useless in total darkness. It can change its color and skin texture to camouflage itself against the seabed. Some species can also produce their own light, potentially to attract mates or lure in prey in the pitch-black environment. Imagine a floating, glowing creature with big, floppy ears, silently navigating the abyss. It's a beautiful and surreal image. The Dumbo octopus is a perfect example of how life adapts in the most creative ways. It took an environment that should be lethal and turned it into a home. By abandoning a rigid skeleton and developing its unique ears for propulsion, it became a master of the deep. It's a reminder that the Trench isn't just a place of horror and mystery. It's also a place of incredible, almost magical, biological innovation. It's cute, it's weird, and it's a survivor. If the Dumbo octopus is the Disney character of the deep, our next creature is the stuff of pure nightmares. Meet the deep-sea dragonfish. This thing looks like something an artist would create to haunt your dreams. It's a relatively small fish, usually no more than a foot long, but it is one of the most ferocious predators in the Hadal zone. Its body is long and black, like an eel, but its head is where the true horror lies. It has a massive mouth filled with long, needle-sharp, transparent teeth. Let's talk about those teeth for a second. They are transparent. Scientists believe this is a terrifying evolutionary advantage. In the deep sea, where many creatures use bioluminescence to hunt, opaque white teeth would reflect that light, giving away the predator's position. By having invisible teeth, the dragonfish can get incredibly close to its prey without being detected. Its glowing lure attracts a small fish, and by the time the victim sees the danger, it's already inside a mouth full of invisible daggers. It's the ultimate stealth weapon. But the horror doesn't stop there. The dragonfish has one of the most extreme jaws in the animal kingdom. It can unhinge its jaw and open its mouth to over 120 degrees. This allows it to swallow prey that is more than half its own body size. Its stomach is also incredibly elastic, able to expand to accommodate these massive meals. In an environment where food is scarce, you can't be picky. The ability to eat anything you can catch, no matter how big, is a key to survival. To top it all off, the dragonfish is a master of light. It has a long, fleshy barbel attached to its chin with a photophore, a light-producing organ, at the tip. It dangles this glowing lure in front of its mouth to attract unsuspecting victims. It also has rows of other photophores along its body, which it might use for communication or camouflage. This fish is a perfect, self-contained hunting machine, a terrifying combination of stealth, power, and biological engineering that has made it a king in the world of eternal night. We've talked about pressure that can crush steel, and now we're going to the absolute limit. What is the deepest a fish can possibly live? For a long time, scientists thought there was a hard limit, a depth beyond which the chemistry of life would simply break down for any vertebrate. They were wrong. Meet the Mariana snailfish, the undisputed champion of deep-sea survival. This small, translucent, tadpole-like fish has been found swimming happily at depths of over 26,000 feet, or about 8,000 meters. That's almost 5 miles down. At these depths, the pressure is so extreme that it destabilizes the proteins and enzymes that are essential for life functions like nerve transmission and metabolism. For most animals, their cells would simply cease to function. So how does this little fish do it? It looks incredibly fragile, with a gelatinous, scaleless body and no swim bladder. It seems like it should be the first thing to get crushed, but its appearance is its greatest strength. Its soft, unstructured body doesn't resist the pressure. It equalizes with it. The real secret, however, is inside its cells. Scientists discovered that the snailfish produces massive quantities of a chemical called trimethylamine N-oxide, or TMAO. This organic molecule works as a piezolyte, which is a fancy word for a pressure-protecting substance. The TMAO molecules essentially surround the fish's proteins and water molecules, forming a stable structure that counteracts the crushing external pressure and prevents the cells from collapsing. The deeper the snailfish lives, the more TMAO it produces. This chemical adaptation is so effective that the snailfish not only survives but thrives, becoming the top predator in its desolate ecosystem. It feeds on tiny crustaceans that gather on the sea floor, facing virtually no competition from other fish. The Mariana snailfish has pushed the known boundaries of vertebrate life, showing us that the impossible is just a problem waiting for a clever biological solution. It is a living testament to the incredible and mysterious ways life finds to conquer the most extreme corners of our planet. And there you have it. 7 mind-blowing mysteries from the deepest part of our world. From the possibility of a living megalodon to the haunting biotwang sound that echoes through the abyss, the Mariana Trench is a place that challenges everything we think we know about our planet. We've met creatures that defy physics, like the pressure-proof snailfish and the nightmarish dragonfish, and we've pondered structures that seem to defy explanation. It's humbling to remember that while we look to the stars for alien life, we have a truly alien world right here, just 7 miles beneath the waves, that we have barely begun to explore. The truth is, these 7 mysteries are probably just the tip of the iceberg, or maybe the tip of the deep-sea volcano. For every question we've answered about the trench, 100 new ones have emerged. What other creatures, bigger, stranger, and more incredible are swimming in that 95% of unexplored darkness. What other secrets are locked away under 1,000 atmospheres of pressure? The next big discovery could be made tomorrow, and it could change our understanding of life itself. The adventure is far from over. We hope this journey into the deep has sparked your curiosity as much as it has ours. The ocean is the lifeblood of our planet, and its deepest corners hold the keys to understanding the past and future of life on Earth. Which mystery or creature did you find the most interesting? Was it the potential for a surviving megalodon, or the incredible survival skills of the snailfish? Let us know in the comments. We read every single one, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.